First thing was
Sir, equally.
all links are equally important.
Links.
Okay. Second is the word control.
Control.
So we should understand the word control the way you understand control systems, remote control, air condition control, fan control, a taps control, like that. I'm giving you an example because it has to settle in your mind. Otherwise, it's difficult to experience the results in Yoga Nidra. Okay. The third thing we saw that we should not demean animals. We should treat the mind as it is, accept mind as part of our life. The way you treat as a friend, you have to treat the mind. Is it okay? Good. Along with these three understandings, if you have your desire list, then you are on the right path. So now the first process what we will be practicing is just being, all of you are having some sounds around you. Sounds around you. Okay, because I want some sounds around you. Then only you can practice this. After the practice, I will tell you what to do with the sound later. Is it okay? Yeah. So, till further instructions, we will sit straight and keep the eyes closed. One important thing, have a smile on your face, because if someone is passing by, they should not feel threatened or frightened after seeing you. Because many people feel if you are in a spiritual practice, if you are doing, you should be very strict. My teacher calls it castor oil face. If you drink castor oil, how your face will be contorted and distorted, right? So that has nothing to do. In no book it is written if you are spiritual you have to be very strict. Your face should be stern. I don't know. Maybe the judge in court has to be like that to show impartiality. But you have to have a pleasant disposition. You have to have a smiling face. The back should be straight. Because if your back is straight, you will notice it is very difficult to feel depressed. That means when your spine is straight, you will rarely feel depressed. So what is the corollary you should derive? Whenever you feel sad, depressed and rejected, immediately sit straight. So you should not ask, that means I should do it many times in the day. Correct? It is okay. Slowly when you do many times in a day, the number of times will reduce when you start practicing it with awareness. Okay. So till further instructions, sit with eyes closed with a gentle smile, back straight. I am going to give you only couple of instructions. Okay. With a gentle smile on your face, keep the eyes closed. Let the spine be straight, the chest opened out. And with a gentle smile, be aware of each and every sound around you. It could be the chirping of birds or someone talking over phone or talking amongst each other or the traffic. Some of you may be hearing the bird thanks to Zoom. So be aware of each and every sound around you with a steady posture and smiling face. the mind would try to travel everywhere. Gently get your mind to just be aware of the sounds around you. Now, with a few blinks, you can open your eyes. So, thanks to some birds in some of your, I think some of your homes, I could still hear chirping of birds. Whose home is that?
I have a cuckoo bird here nearby. I could
Okay.
Only Jaisimha and Sushma's mics are unmuted, so it must be there.
Only from there. Okay. So in a way, it is good. All of us could hear those sounds, right? So, what is your observation? Okay, Bhavana, how many sounds did you hear?
So I could hear some birds chirping and then something happening in the kitchen.
Okay.
And I mean,
Okay. Good. Jay, how many sounds?
The fan,
Ah, 4.
the fan, birds outside, your voice,
Okay.
and rustling of papers because of the fan.
Okay. Because she has a sense of detective inside her. So she's supposed to have observed it far better than us. Okay. Rajshri?
I could predominantly hear my fan sound because it is making a big noise here.
Okay.
Plus the birds chirping, it was nice.
Okay. How many types of birds you could observe? All of you. You can unmute your mic for the next 2-3 minutes. 3 birds, 3 types. Nagaraja?
Cuckoo was predominant.
How many birds?
Probably luckily or unluckily, I don't know. I couldn't hear any bird creeping noises as of now, but I could hear my fan and some noise because there is a building construction happening, and I could hear some other sound far away.
Okay.
So a couple of those sounds I could hear, and your voice definitely because we are listening to you.
Oh, okay. Jaisimha?
I could hear about some 2 birds sound, and there is some work is happening just below my home. That is the sound, and your voice, and nearby other small this thing, movement of a vehicle or just other sounds.
Sushruta is still sleeping.
Yes.
Okay. So we also didn't hear that sound. This sound. Vijay Lakshmi?
I heard first the milkman because he just came,
Okay.
and the fan,
Okay.
and just behind our apartments, it's like a forest-like area, so you can hear the peacocks.
Very good.
So, and I also heard the birds from your place, and of course your voice. Otherwise, it's about.
Because you muted, we didn't hear peacock. Okay. The 4th word we missed. Sushma?
Mind chirping birds and traffic.
Good.
And obviously, I was getting back to you whenever I used to listen. Otherwise, I was in that pure listening to the bird's voice and all. I was concentrating only on that because I was liking it.
Okay. Good. Kishore?
So there was little bit of traffic. Then there were one kid and one mother, I think, were talking,
Okay.
which stopped Then a lot of birds, I think 3 to 4 birds were there. And cuckoo was predominant, and you were also predominant.
Okay.
And then there was some kitchen noise.
Okay. Ramchandra?
I heard your voice, some traffic and bird chirping from Zoom, and dogs barking outside the house.
Okay. Good. Okay. Why I asked you is, when did Kishore's mind go back to your childhood when you hear that child and mother talking? Did your mind go back to your childhood when the child and mother were talking?
No.
Good. So, any other event happened based on this trigger, this sound, for any of you? I think none of you need this course, I feel. All of you are pretty advanced. You are not giving a scope to give an example also. Good. Generally, what happens, around 3 to 4 seconds, the mind would be in a place. Then it starts hovering around to the past, or starts to figure out, did this cuckoo had a throat problem, or why is it doing it like that? No, things like that would happen. It's supposed to have happened. Generally, some kind of a judgment will slowly happen. Maybe the time duration was,
I was just about to say that. One is probably the time duration was less, and number 2 is you were giving certain instructions.
Okay, so I am observing. Okay.
So what I think was happening, what I think is happening is, before it could drift, it just comes back. Okay. Probably that control was there, or regulation was there.
Okay, so good. So generally what happens, the duration would be more. Today we just did 2 minutes. Gradually we would be upping that time. This is just a teaser, right? Like before you buy a product, you are just shown only the features. Slowly you will know the features which you will never be able to use, or you don't know how to use, of your own mind will start coming out. Okay. So this is a teaser. The mind is telling you, I am very good, polite, so just don't do anything with me. So slowly you will know other aspects of the mind will come out. And it is very important to allow that to come out. The main lesson from this, and then I will give you a 10-minute break, is that can you change the way that fan was making noise? So can Vijay Lakshmi tell those peacocks, at least till 21st or 24th of this month, we are having Yoga Nidra class in the morning. You either make the sound before 6 o'clock or after 7:30. Can she tell peacocks like that? You can't do that, no? Suppose someone, a child and mother were speaking to them between themselves, correct? Kishore cannot say that. A session is happening. Can you please do it some other time? The moment you say, they will do more. Maybe there is a association. They will bring 3-4 mothers and 4-5 children and start talking. The moment you say something, it will amplify, right? So the idea to understand, the first lesson we get from withdrawal. To understand that withdrawal, we did this small exercises. We have to learn to withdraw despite things. The world will not stop its functioning just because you have started to walk the spiritual path or the yogic path. Just because you want to learn Yoga Nidra, it doesn't mean the entire thing around you has to adjust because you have to learn better. The reverse is true. The more disturbances around you, the more sounds around you, the more pushes and pulls around you, we learn the inner subjects practically. Otherwise, it's a theoretical understanding. Correct? So this is one big learning we have to take back, that let us not try and set people and things too much. The more you give them inputs that you are doing this, they have to be quiet, all that stuff, the more disturbance is going to happen to you, because they may continue to do what they are doing. Your mind is getting quieter, so it will start to hear more sounds, more things. Okay, so the events, the people, the situation around us, they are going to happen the way they are. We have to withdraw. Like when you get into the office, you withdraw. You don't bother about the traffic or whatever is happening. You just do the work you have, right? When you get into the bathroom to take a bath, it doesn't matter when people in your apartment are shouting or people are watching television in high volume. Those things don't matter. You entered the bathroom to take a bath, right? You just have to be there to take the bath. Understand? Same way. So the moment you compartmentalize, I am doing a spiritual activity, I am doing a day-to-day activity, the problem will happen. As we saw yesterday, yoga is not to be compartmentalized. It is not just the 1 hour yoga class you attend and then you do whatever you want later. It is a stream. It's a life and lifestyle. So people around you are continuing the way they will be happy about it. The rains will be the way it is. The cuckoo will behave the way it is. The dogs will bark. The dogs cannot do meow. Then it become a cat. Everything will do what it is supposed to do. And you are supposed to do what you are supposed to do. So when it's raining, would you stop going out? You just wear a raincoat, you take an umbrella or sit in your car and you just keep doing what you're supposed to do, right? That is the way each of us should be planning and executing simple baby steps in the so-called spiritual domain also. The moment you separate spiritual domain, material domain, the problem starts. There is only one domain. To understand, we may compartmentalize, but again to understand, decompartmentalize. It is like to understand that you have to enter the A1 coach, you look for the A1 coach, but when a friend is calling you, you will say, yeah, I am in the Rajdhani Express. The whole is what you will say. But to identify, you compartmentalize, you have to sit in your place, right? So like that, dexterously, you should work between when to compartmentalize and when to accept things as a whole. Is it okay?